Hi guys, Dave Pinson here, Philippine Bible Ministries. The Lord uses old people. Did you know that? The race doesn't always go to the young and the swift, as they say. I got a verse for you. Back me up here on this. I'm just not making this up because I have gray hair, white hair actually. Now also, this is Psalm 71, verse 18. Now also, when I am old and gray-headed, O God, do not forsake me until I declare your strength to this generation, your power to everyone who is to come. Do not forsake me when I'm gray headed, Lord, until I declare your power to all the generations. That's my life right there, little brothers and little sisters, big brothers and big sisters. I used to have jet black hair. It wasn't really black. It said on my ID, it said dark, and my birth certificate said dark brown. But I'll tell you, one time when I was in the Air Force, the security wouldn't let me onto the flight line because the guy was arguing with my ID. He says, "No, you have black hair. It says dark brown." I said, "No, it's dark brown." I said, "Look at in the light. It turns brown. And look, no, it looks black." So he wouldn't let me on the flight line because sometimes they gave people fake IDs to test them and see if you could get on the flight line. Anyway, so yeah, my hair was really dark and thick and yeah, nice head of hair. I haven't lost my hair too much. I'm not bald or anything. But yeah, and I used to color it like a shade of gray. What's it called? Yeah, shade of gray or something like that. And then eventually I just gave it up. You know what? Just give it up. And it's like I'm fine. Look at my hair. It's white. So what? I'm 68 years old. So what does this have to do with anything? There's a verse in Isaiah where it talks about those that wait on the Lord. They shall renew their strength. They shall run and not get tired. They shall mount up with wings of eagles. Right. So when I was a young believer, when I was in my 40s, I used to think this means if you pray and God will give him power and you'll be able to do all these amazing things for God. And I didn't realize that in my life, the waiting on the Lord thing was like a 20-year experience. Those who wait on the Lord, he shall give them strength. He shall renew them. So who needs renewing more than an old person, right? An older person, middle-aged or the sunset years, right? The renewing is very important. So God did he did renew and restore my life. He gave me the energy, he gave me the mind, he gave me the will to do something with the rest. And here's how it works for me. And I do love that verse. There's times when I'm in the spirit, and it doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes I feel like I'm 105 years old, but there's times when you're in the spirit where you just feel like this is it. I feel like I'm not tired. I'm stronger than these kids around me. Half of our ministry, more than half of our ministry, is to kids, and I love the kids. It's great, and it does give me energy, and it does fill up my spirit, and it does renew me, right? Because God's called me to do this, right? But God doesn't want to waste His people. He doesn't want to. So I told a story before of the I think it was Tozer. I don't know where I got it from some guy. The story of the two old preachers, and they were going to die. The doctor says you're going to die if you don't rest and take it easy. So one guy rested, went to Florida. I don't know where he went. I was going to say California, but California's a mess right now. So he retired in Florida, or maybe he went somewhere else and went fishing, and he just rested, and he lived. He did live longer. The other guy didn't live as long. What did he do? He went out and he upped his ante and became more of a pastor, more of a preacher. More people were brought into the kingdom. He says it's better to burn out than to rust out. It's better to go out in a blaze of glory, right? So at the end of the day, as I'm approaching this point in my life where it's like, okay, these are my latter years. What am I going to do? And I just felt like I'm going to win as many people to the Lord. I'm going to serve the Lord in my last days, because whether or not we're in the last days, I'm in my last days, meaning years. How many years do I have left? I don't know. But I want to spend them as long as I'm capable, as long as my mind is working, as long as my legs work, as long as my heart works, as long as I'm able to explain things to people, as long as I'm able to learn, and as long as I'm able to walk. I want the rest of my life to be about His will. Whatever happens in the nations, whatever happens in the politics, whatever happens even in my personal life and my family's, whatever happens, I want to serve God, and because that's the most important thing to me. So yeah, God can use you. What a waste when people just sit around and go hike. Whatever they do when they get older, just about themselves and living that life, whatever it is, that life of leisure, whatever. That's great. Enjoy yourself. But I want to hear that well done, good, faithful servant. I just want my life to be about something. Maybe it's a bit of heroics on my part. I don't know, or maybe it's just I think that's what God would have us do. Anyway, so God uses all evil. Thank God. Thank you, Lord. God bless you guys. Ta ta for now.